Well, we are back with the second half, the parliamentary half of the program, and we have been talking for the longest time about a major change that we were going to make, and it has been successfully completed. And I'd like to bring our president of the parliamentary club up here now to handle a main motion and maybe perhaps see what goes on. Mr. Tom Heller.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wilkins. The one person that we don't really give much time to on this program is Mr. Roberts himself. I think we should summon him up. Anybody like to make a motion to that effect? Marlene Pope.
I move that we actually bring Mr. Robert right here.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. The motion is passed unanimously, and on those terms, we will now summon him. Mr. Roberts, come forward! Mr. Roberts, come forward!
Good evening, sir.
Yes, I'm Tom Heller.
Yes, and I am the ghost of Henry Robert, the author of, as you certainly well know, the book Robert's Rules of Order, we have right here. And I am here. I have been summoned from the past, and you can see old Fort Wayne here behind us. This is about what Fort Wayne would look like when I wrote this book back in 1876. But you know, I didn't invent the wheel. All my work stands on all of those nameless, countless people in the past who began and carried forth with the ideas of leadership and also in how to conduct meetings. Starting with the Greeks, with the notion of the ballot box and the vote. That torch was carried forward to the Romans, who added the Senate, and debating in the Senate also the one man, one vote. The flame went forward then into Runnymede, Great Britain, when in the 13th century, King John signed the Magna Carta, giving us basic human rights. Among them, the right to be tried by your peers, not by the whims of the king or his minions. That torch carried forward into the Houses of Parliament in Great Britain, that great institution where we have gotten the Speaker of the House, the division of the voting for and against on any kind of an issue. Also, a vote would not be a full vote unless the negative side was taken. And the Pilgrims and the colonists carried those rules and those laws forward when they came here to our fair land. And those rules became what we know of as the common law here in the U.S. Then Thomas Jefferson, our third president, he wrote the rules, how the people should conduct themselves in Congress, whether it's the House or the Senate, and also how to conduct their business. Later in the 18th century, a man named Luther Cushing added his remarks to a book that he wrote. And it was in 1876 that my book, Robert's Rules of Order, was finally published. So you see, everything that I put in here was a compilation of all of those things that are in the past. And from that day to this book has carried forth as the parliamentary authority of choice of most organizations. Since I am a ghost, I passed in 1923, the torch carried forward to 1930, when an organization called the National Association of Parliamentarians was formed to promote this book and parliamentary procedure in general. And they took the notion of having small study groups be developed to study these very rules and practice. And to that end, they allowed units to be formed. And today, I am pleased to present you with this charter for your new unit, the Bob Leiman Unit, and this is for you and your officers and your members to use in the future. It's been a great joy talking to you, Tom, and I wish you and all great success in the future.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Roberts. We are very appreciative to you and all those that have gone before you. It's a privilege and honor to be the president of the newly formed Bob Leiman Unit of the NAP organization. Just a few brief thoughts as to where the future may take us. We really won't know till we get there, but I envision our members who are not full members, their associate members, completing the work that's necessary so that they may become full regular members of NAP. I also envision a few people that we have visiting us doing their work who are not currently a member of any parliamentary organization so that they may join us. And also would very much like to take this information we have to the public in general, schools, any organization that would be interested. Previously, we have been primarily in a crisis mode. When anybody has a serious problem, they come to us. We try to help them as best we can through the use of parliamentary procedure. But it would be so much better if we could have a number of people in the Fort Wayne area become familiar with parliamentary procedure so that they could help themselves. Now, I don't know exactly what avenues will be involved, but I do know that NAP is very big on education, including education in the schools. So we will certainly be looking into this with a view to helping everyone who has any interest in shorter, better, more productive meetings. And once again, I do want to express my appreciation to Mr. Roberts for all the hard work that he put forward into bringing this into this modern, efficient, and effective age with the use of his book, Robert's Rules of Order. Thank you, one and all.